Pacers. For Indiana, they come in off a win in their last outing against Chicago. That game was a dominant performance. Always nice to win one going away, but it's just one game, and they'll be ready to go tonight. And guys, this team getting some big help in the form of Freak. He has stepped up and been a big contributor over this recent stretch of games. Shaq, what's been the change for him?
You know, he's playing under control already. He's not trying to do too much with each possession. You know, he's also being more aggressive, taking the initiative. You know, he's just going at people.
Important monuments in the nation, the War Memorial. Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. The Cavaliers beat them last time these two teams met in Cleveland. So far, no luck against this team that dropped both of the games in the previous two matchups this season.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing, just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and guys, once they got spiraling downward, there seemed to be no way to get out of it. All their offense went to pot.
This game's cheating me out.
All fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, Love and Vereshauer up front. Freak is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's James in at the small forward position. On defense, the Pacers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
There we go.
And I believe what that game came down to was their ability to really knock down those triples.
Yeah, I thought the work they did on the perimeter was excellent. It was just too much for that defense, or really any defense for that matter, to handle.
And the Cavaliers pushing it up.
Pass it back, LeBron.
Here's Irving. It's blocked. George with the ball. A 38-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
And what I enjoyed when
That's their fault.
the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Pass to Freak.
Dang it.
Time for Mellis.
His touch has disappeared in this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it.
No.
In the corner, George with it.
Baboons.
And the three off target.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow.
It's a Happy New Year.
He's been wayward and just off on
Yes.
about everything he's put up in this period.
Ellis can't get it to go.
Terrific job
Pass
that time
it.
defending at the rim. I mean, it's not
Oh
an easy
wow,
task.
I was already wide open down the court, but no, they don't want to pass it because they're little ball hogs.
Draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Irving kicks to Freak. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Pacers trail by 4. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Pick up by Hill. Here's George. Offensive rebound.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Moments ago, our Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with the coach, Frank Vogel. Doris.
He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving,
There
adding
you
he's
go.
shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be there.
Pass it down court,
Thank you,
LeBron.
Doris.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
No.
Hill
Pass.
drives in. Stolen by Vereshauer.
Yes.
Irving passes to Daniel. The tray. Ilyasova comes up with the rebound.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Scoring-wise, a really sluggish start for him, guys. I mean, just 2 for 7 overall.
No, we're not. We're winning. We're the team that has 9, Chase. That's Cleveland Cavaliers. We're not even facing Oklahoma.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Here's George. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They've got Turner. Paul George is out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Ellis. And it's Stuckey in at the point guard position. That's the Pacers' 5. And George kicks to Turner, the 10-footer. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Turner's got it back down to single digits for the Pacers. Love up top. Verajao dishes to James.
That wasn't.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And let's quickly jump to the 2K leaderboard to find out which point guards have been the highest scorers over the last month.
Oh, fourth place.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
And to me, that's what makes them so special. I mean, they don't have one way to punish you offensively. They've got several. You want your point guard to be the most versatile player on the squad, and these guys are.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg. Check out the game for free. He's got 8 points and a block.
And Indiana making a change here. Hill's checked in. Now here's Ellis. He's guarded closely. There's the pick. The dish to George. Hill sets the screen for George. The drive by Ellis. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
Here's Love. Good, and the assist goes to James. Love's got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Ellis, the pass to Stuckey. Back to Ellis. With the shot. Ellis can't get that one to fall either.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Irving kicks to Freak. 6 to shoot. Sinks the three-pointer. Freak's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Pick up by Hill. Stuckey kicks to Ellis. Outside, George. That's good on the jump shot.
Excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
James dishes to Freak. From down low. Shot is off. So Indiana will take it the other way. Stuckey with it. Guarded now by Irving. Stuckey passes to Ellis. Pick up by Hill. Launches it. And with that shot, the Cleveland Leaders cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Ellis.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Indiana calls timeout. And now, let's do it for your defense.
All right, a chance here to check out the stats for Paul George. Over the left.
No.
Yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Mahinmi comes in for Ilyasova. And George Hills subbed in for Rodney Stuckey. There's the screen. Hill drives in. Can't capitalize on the good screen. Cleveland leading by 11. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. The three. Another three for Cleveland.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Kicks it to George. And 2 free throws coming up.
LeBron!
Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on LeBron James.
Yeah, the defender all over. Greg, you got him.
And they sat me out. And they sat me out for 2 more minutes.
And so that brings...
Well, Coach, look.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving is out there with Freak, and it's Varejao in at the 5 down low. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was just a man on a mission. He ended with 31 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. This game might have acted as a coming-out party for him in the NBA. A truly dominating performance. Let's see, Kevin.
And Doris, thank you so much. He couldn't have been much better in that game, could he, GA?
Not at all. He was great. I mean, that's for sure. If he wasn't at his best, he was awfully close.
Guys, he came to compete and win. Let's hope he's got that same attitude, that same energy, that same swag here tonight.
And the Pacers can't get it to go.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
And taken away by
No,
Ellis.
you don't have internet.
Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break.
No.
And the rejection by Love.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed. You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
And both free throws good for LeBron. 90 seconds now into the second half. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And here's Hill for 3. Good.
And they get one now. 1 of 5 here in the third.
The Cavaliers leading by 15. Here's Daniel. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Freak's got 20.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
And it's Ellis penetrating. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And the pass to Daniel. Not quite 2.5 minutes
You
play.
know how
here
much
in the
5
second
twos
half.
is?
And another 3 for Cleveland.
And he's on his way to putting up a big 3-point total.
So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against Minnesota.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way. And that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
James kicks to Freak. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And that's collected by Hill.
To be
Pacers
honest
trail
with you,
by
I could-
17.
that would be
Hill
super
pushes
luck
to
if that
Ilyasova.
went in.
It's deflected and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Ahead. Here's Daniel. Hill pulls it in. The Pacers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. got a piece of it.
Pass it down court.
And here we go, Freak heading to the hoop.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game.
I don't want us to take few shots to glance in our faces. Move the ball. Move the ball. Spread their defense and get our shooters some clean looks. Tighten up.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Hill.
I was already in. And it's the fourth quarter.
Pacers trail by 16. Stuckey and George make up the perimeter.
Where's my dude? He's my dude.
Hill, and it's Hill at the point guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Stuckey passes to George. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Cleveland's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Here's Daniel. Cleveland the rebound. And James gets it to go.
They have got to box out better than that. That putback's
25.
just another example of what a difference there's been between these two teams.
Hill kicks to George. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Freak with the ball. And Cleveland again.
Make that 27.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
What?
Yeah,
What,
and
Stumpy?
another thing,
What are you
they've
going to do?
created a lot of turnovers, but they've also
Am I
been
not
able to
fall
convert
off?
when they've gotten out in transition.
George, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for
That's
forcing
not
this.
in.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
There's the pick. The drive by Hill. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the move they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Here's Daniel. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Freak's got 29 in the game.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off.
LeBron dang James.
Gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. That sends George Hill to the free throw line. That's on LeBron James. Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Ilyasova is checked in for Turner. And it's Ellis in for Rodney Stuckey. And Cleveland with a change here too. Love checked in for Iman Shumpert. Pacers trail by 19, and George kicks to Ellis. And the shot is good. 19 points in the game.
Just the shot they want. Point-blank range.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. James dishes to Freak. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by George. George has got 6 rebounds here tonight. He kicks to Ellis. Back to George. Looking to get back on track here, and he sinks the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Irving attacking. There is Zhao, passes to Daniel. For the 3. And another miss by Cleveland.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got to right where you want to. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Ellis having terrific game.
They let me get open on the 3 again. Let's see how it goes. I'm a ABC, my jelly rolls, cause that is how I go.
Their aggressiveness here.
This has been my jelly rolls. This is how I go.
Another good job, though, of drawing contact.
Cause for tonight, we will fly.
We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. LeBron kicks to Irving. He feeds it to Freak. The high post shot. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Freak's got 31 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. He has been the X factor.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying we put ourselves in the corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have, and let's see if we've got what it takes, guys.
Shots good by Ellis.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Well, I like the fact that we can still see a flicker of the flame burning. They haven't given up or given in. They've picked it up at both ends. And right now, on a nice run.
I'm about to cuss so
Here's
cuss this game out
Ellis.
so badly. 2K, make it better.
Outside, George. And a foul.
Stop bang!
So he'll shoot 2 right here.
Looking at the game for George, he has 8 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
It wasn't a good one. Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
137.
Sure, they don't pass it to the man who's already down court.
Inside.
That's like the smartest thing I've ever seen.
And that's now 6 points for LeBron.
I'm about to go
Uncontested. I mean,
crazy. But the way you make me
yeah, Clark,
want
quality
to
looks
fly,
at the rim. That's
soaring
this
to
run.
the sky.
Puts one up for 19. And again, it's Cleveland.
'Cause I am gonna make it to
119
the
in the fourth
top. And I ain't giving up, I ain't quitting, hey, I ain't
George dishes to Hill. And he comes off the screen and
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
the Cavaliers leading by 11.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about. Looks to be a solid win for the Cavaliers.
Fewer miscues made the difference, Clark.
Yeah, I thought the fact they minimized their turnovers was huge. It was a terrific all-around effort.
And so looking at their number, this will be win
Can't
number
stop me
22
now.
on the year.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini-series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A solid win on the road
Yeah.
for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Congratulations, LeBron.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game,
Freak.
Freak.
Oh,
He
got
had
right.
just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game. What'd you think, Shaq?
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunning. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, man.
He was their go-to guy tonight on the offensive end, as usual, and he delivered, scoring almost, get this, half of their points. As he showed us tonight, he's the player that we thought he was.
And folks, that's it for us.
Exactly.
Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
We killing it. We started from the bottom, now we here. Hey, started from the bottom. Started from the bottom.
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
Heck yeah.
That kind of thing doesn't matter to me. As long as we're winning games, I don't care how much I have the ball in my hands. I really don't. The team comes first. You know that.
How's your relationship with the coaching staff? Are the rumors of friction accurate?
What?
You know, I ain't got nothing to say on that. You guys write whatever you want. I'm gonna leave it right there. Yo, next question.
How is your relationship with the fans?
Oh, I love the fans. I mean, they're everything to me. Hearing them cheering, chanting my name, even holding up cutouts of my head sometimes, I mean, it's an unbelievable feeling. This team goes out there every night trying to win games for them. Trying to bring a championship back home for them. They feed what we do each and every game. And that's why I try to get out there and give back. Spend time with them when I can. Show my appreciation. I love the fans, man. I love them.
Break them legs, break them. Yes! Uh-huh. Oh, cool. That's awesome. The third overall. We're fourth in offense, okay.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up
Let's
against
go!
the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, hey, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, hey, let's go. Yeah, hey.
They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA.
Freak. I'm on
Kenny,
that
who
pole.
would you say are the best leaders on the floor?
Freak.
Wow. Well, obviously, the great Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs with his leadership with Greg Popovich. They're the top of the list. You know, I also like Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin Durant's leadership is probably unparalleled or underrated, I would say, from his position, because he...
On hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Orlando Magic are ready for this thing to get started. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You take a look at the Cavaliers. They've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
And you'd expect nothing less from the defending champs. They've taken every team's best shot, withstood the scrutiny, and approached the playoffs here with the utmost confidence.
And with that said, a very legitimate chance now to hoist the trophy again at the end of this season. They've been to the mountaintop. They know what it feels like, but it's never easy to repeat.
A look at the Magic starting group. We've got Channing Frye. He's out there with Cole Aldrich. Gordon out there with Evan Fournier. And it's Douglas in at the 5. The Cavaliers pull it in. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And guys, that was their night. I mean, it seemed like everything they shot went in.
It happens that way sometimes, guys. It was just one of those games where the hot shooting of a couple of players became contagious, and nobody was stopping.
Now here's Douglas following the miss by Freak. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. The shot's good from Douglas.
How about the inbound pass there? Easy bucket.
On defense, Orlando. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Come on, I want
Second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of the game, and they just had
Give me
so
the ball
few
for once,
opportunities.
jeez.
And I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
And Fournier kicks to Douglas. This is to Aldrich. Here's the screen for 3, Fournier, and that one's good.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Freak. He picked up 36 points in the last one against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Nailed from three-point land.
How about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Fires from the wing. Can't get it to go. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Bad.
The Magic have gone 3 of 5.
Bad shot,
so
man.
far. Here's Douglas. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some play.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. The head coach for Orlando gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. There are a lot of big names to deal with in this one, but perhaps none bigger than LeBron James. He told me planning for LeBron is a headache because he can do so much on the floor, saying there isn't a hole in his game. The only real way to slow him down is to get him working against himself. Physically, there is no answer for LeBron.
Thanks, Doris. To the middle. Here's Varejao. Yes, and it's LeBron picking
Oh
up
my
the
God.
assist. James has got 3
Oh,
assists now in
James.
this one. Orlando leading. Douglas with it. Now defended by Varejao. Unloads. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag it.
And a wide open look for Freak. Hits it from 3-point range. Freak's got 6 points.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
They set the pick. Kicks to Frye. 11 feet away. And that one's good.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's Daniel. Here's Varejao. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. 8 points for him.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Here's Douglas. And that one comes up a bit short.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall. I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
And it's a completely new Cleveland leading by 10. So on the floor for Orlando. Cole Aldrich is out there with Channing Frye. Then there's Payton. And it's Hezonja at the 3 slot. Now here's Freak. Jacks up a 3. And that one's good. Freak's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Cleveland.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
From deep three-point range. And now, running up the court, Douglas pushing it up. Payton's shot is off. For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. The feed to Freak. And it's off from three-point range.
No other way to put it, just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
How?
The Magic shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
So for the Magic, Fournier comes in for Hezonja, and Shabazz Napier subbed in for Payton. Passes it to Daniel. We're closing in on 2 minutes play here in the second quarter.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Napier passes to Douglas. He kicks to Napier. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Aldrich. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-handed.
Now here's LeBron. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And that one's good. Free.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. LeBron kicks to Freak. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Cleveland.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And Orlando has possession. Following the three-pointer by Freak, Frye. And that's collected by Love.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pacers was simply terrific. He finished with 36 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
The Magic trail by 11. Shoots. Great D that time from James.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that.
And he makes good on the way. LeBron's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
So a pretty lopsided game to the first half.
Whoa!
Up by 16. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Let's go! Yeah.
Let's go. Or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Freak. He has 18 points and 1 rebound. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and anchoring the defense.
Let's go.
He's been setting.
Love and Verishal are up front. Kyrie Irving is out there with Freak, and it's LeBron at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Toronto.
And they fouled him.
Over the last month, let's see how the Magic performed in the NBA statistics. First in free throw percentage, fourth in fast break points, and they're in the top half of the league in blocks. That's pretty good, not too bad.
And you look at their ranking, tops in free throw percentage. I think it speaks to their focus and discipline as a team. They look to capitalize on every mistake.
The Cavaliers leading by 17. Three-pointer. And it's Freak missing.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide-open opportunities.
Outside Gordon. Now the dish to Douglas. Fires from 18. The shot will not go. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And that one's good. Freak.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
The Magic trail by 20.
I've been dropping threes.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Oh, you did it now.
Inside. Here's Love. The stupendous finish in traffic.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Douglas against Irving. Right side, Gordon. Irving against Douglas. He feeds it to Fry. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Fry's got 6. LeBron dishes to Freak. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. From outside, off the mark. The Magic trail by 20. Aldridge the pass to Gordon. Here's Fournier, guarded by Daniel. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I've been hurt, I knew it.
Irving kicks to Freak. Irish from deep. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 4th rebound in this one. Douglas with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Douglas with it. He's got 8. Here's Fry. That's good with a Douglas assist. Douglas has got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it. Good
decision. I've only been. I've shot 3s the whole game.
In the interior,
yeah.
Starting to be
I did.
How many layups have they gotten today?
I've hit 8.
6.
8.
6.
8.
8 is 32.
What's it? Boom! Exactly. So get your facts right. That's booty.
Look at Fry. Dangerous player from 3-point.
That's a big man.
Great release.
I was supposed to say, what the heck?
I'm short on your face. I got a chart in the room.
I thought you was like
wherever they go.
And that opens up some wide lanes and paths to the bucket for their slashes.
Let's go, New Day. Let's go.
It's a huge benefit.
You better watch yourself before you get it popped.
Clock is at 3. Hazard.
No, it doesn't.
Once again off the mark.
No.
Here's Irving.
James, pass it back.
Whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Dude, Ivan got hurt, but he's still in game.
That one pretty clear.
He hurt his elbow. I seen him on the ground. I knew something was up when that happened. Plus, it had a plus sign when they gave him the ball. So yeah, that also gave me another sign that. Pass it!
55% from the field. 4th quarter on the floor for the Magic. They've got Mayfield, Channing Frye out there with Lazonia. Then there's Cole Aldrich, and it's Douglas in at the 2.
Yeah.
Here's Azania, covered by LeBron. Takes the 3.
It's my turn. Chase had 2 turns.
Yeah, you had a turn right before me.
I had 1.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some
I had
extra
8
possessions
turns.
would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Yeah, don't play me. Cody, it's my turn.
Here's the screen.
After this game.
No.
Here's Daniel. And it's off from 3-point range. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Douglas with it. Out defended by Freak. Takes a big high bouncing, goes in. Azania's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Magic. Cleveland leading by 22. Here's Freak, outside jumper. He dishes it to Freak. Releases from the wing and kills it. Freak's got 26 points. Well, Orlando shooting 43% for the game. About a minute and a half into the 4th quarter now. They get it again. Aldrich. Right through the D for the layup.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Shoots. LeBron dishes to Freak. For 3. Good on the shot. Freak's got 11 points here in just the second half.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Douglas against Williams. Now here's Douglas. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the farm.
We're in the 4th quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. To the inside. And stolen by Love. Here's Daniel. They get a hand on it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Orlando. 6 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
1.
So we see the Cavaliers take it.
Cool.
Thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game,
Freak.
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. We know he can hit the 3 ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than normal. And that really opened up the game.
They kept feeding him the basketball, and he did not disappoint. For the guys guarding him, it was a long, long night. As he pushed his point totals in the 30s, he got more and more determined. Great effort.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal.
Like you said, that makes me better at shooting 3s. bum 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 bum. Can I actually like just upgrade that? 500, thank you. All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never give it up. Wait. I got money on my mind and I ain't ever giving up. Up. Oh, I believe, I believe, I believe. Hey, I believe, I believe.
There's a lot going on this week in NBA 2K TV. We simulate the NBA All-Star Game in NBA 2K16. Hang with Hassan Whiteside.
Moving around to the world. I didn't even know that.
Vote on your top.
Well, that's it for now, YouTube.